Hello and welcome to Kump. It's an exciting time. It's exciting. I guess RIP first to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She did a good job. She was a real, true American hero. She fought in multiple wars before becoming a judge. I believe she was part of the French Foreign Legion. She might have been I don't know if you call her a terrorist, but, you know, she was part of a militant wing of the South African. I don't even know what they are. I don't know. I wanted to riff about South African mercenary terrorists, but I don't have the knowledge base. So, you know, but she I don't think she was really a combat veteran. But, you know, she did her part. She fucking did stuff. I didn't see the documentary. I didn't see it. I'm told she's a feminist icon. I know she's a woman. So that's like a first step, I guess. I mean, I don't think Kavanaugh is burning bras. Probably just burning women. I mean, I could see Brett Kavanaugh, like, I mean, even if those charges, those rape allegations were false, like, well, you know, for the sake of argument, I could still see him, like, lighting a woman on fire as a prank. Does that make me some kind of libtard? Maybe. But I get that sense from him. I get the sense that he would just, like, throw, like, a Molotov cocktail, but in, like, a fucking, one of those jars they use for moonshine. He seems like the smartest guy in his town, coal mining town in West Virginia. But I guess he's rich, right? He's a rich kid probably. But he seems like the lawyer who's also the mechanic who doesn't know how to fix your car. Like, you bring your fucking stupid Hyundai Elantra to him, and he just, like, ruins your starter while he's trying to fucking do, like, you know, a brake alignment. And then he's also, like, studying at nights to be a lawyer. And sometimes he just, you know, throws what do they call it? Apple pie moonshine. It's a big thing, right? They put these flavors in it. I don't know if the woman can taste the flavor apple pie when he's lighting them on fire, but, you know, that's the vibe for him. I don't call him a feminist icon. I'm not going to literally accuse him of, you know, putting ads on Craigslist saying, you know, legal buddy, you know, let's study for the law exams, and then when you show up to the fucking local law library, you know, he's just fucking got like a super soaker full of gasoline, and then he just throws one of those, like, you know, those stick light things for the barbecue at you. And he says, like, and he screams something like, "Too bad, you know, unlucky to be a woman," or something. He's not clever. He wouldn't say something like fun. He wouldn't say something, "Women stink." He would just he would just scream, "Women stink," as he lights a woman on fire. This is terrible, but I mean, this is where we're at now. I'm a reflection of the times. I mean, you think I'm the harbinger? You think I made this mess? I'm sorry that we have a Supreme Court justice who lights women on fire in law libraries. But, you know, I didn't fucking go back in time and, like, you know, realign the timeline. My time machine would not be used for that. You know, if anything, I would just go steal butter. I want to try raw butter. And I never had unpasteurized butter. And that's where my priorities are. I wouldn't fuck with anything either, you know. Because if I go back and, like, you know, stop Kavanaugh from lighting women on fire, what's going to happen? I mean, what are the butterfly effects? But I can go steal butter from someone's kitchen in, like, the 1850s. I'm not going to, like, bother, like, meeting the founding fathers. I'm not going to, you know. I mean, I would like to see Native Americans maybe. But they wouldn't like me. They wouldn't get anything about me. They would think I'm too fat, and they would, like, yeah, I'm not in tune with the land. I'm not trying to be, you know, but, like, back then, whenever they were the last, I mean, and when we came here and we fucked shit up, and, like, you gave them smallpox, sometimes inadvertently, sometimes advertently, but at some point, you know, I don't know when the height of the various Native American tribes were, but I'd like to go back there and see, you know, just see it in action, because it sounds great. We fucked them. It sucks. But again, I don't think they would kill me per se. I'm not, you know, implying that they're not, you know, nice people. But, you know, I would kill him. If I was like a dude, like a ripped dude who fucking just hunts with a spear or bow and arrow or shit, and like I have like all these cool names. I know what the stars are, and I saw me just waddling down with my fat ankles, just like, eating a fucking Hot Pocket that I just like had in my pocket. That's ironic, I guess. A Hot Pocket, whatever. That's not what is this, a fucking Ziggy cartoon? Point is, I'm just eating processed foods and asking where I can get some Diet Coke, and they would just kind of kill me slowly, not like torture. They were just kind of like, hey, this is not gonna work, and they would just put a rock on my face, and I would be struggling, and that would be that. And then they would have my time machine, and then maybe they come back here and they take over our timeline. I mean, this is fantastical. I mean, it's probably disrespectful to even imply that Native Americans could have that option. Like, imagine if they could go back. Yeah, imagine if you didn't genocide us. Well, okay, fair. I'm not trying to be a fucking, sorry. But the point is, Ginsburg, she did some stuff. I mean, I don't know why everyone loves her. The left hates her or doesn't like, I think they just don't think she did anything. She's a corporate Who do you think's getting on the Supreme Court, though? You think it's going to be fucking Ed Begley Jr. and, I don't know, some fucking, that lawyer from the movie Spotlight? Remember Spotlight? It was Stanley Tucci's, like, I guess he might have went to, he might have been a successful lawyer. I don't know. He's a lawyer who's, like, dresses in, seems like cheap suits. I'm not putting the guy down. I'm saying he's a low-key lawyer. He's not one of these fucking blue blood, Harvard law, let's go fucking sign, make a contract for Exxon, get paid and get some hookers. He's helping kids who get raped, and he doesn't dress well, and he's eating out of a Tupperware. And what am I talking about? Oh yeah, so I mean, like that guy's not going to get in the Supreme Court. He should be, I guess. I mean, I don't know if he's a constitutional lawyer, whatever. Who is? But yeah. So I mean, like, you're not going to get like someone who's anti-system. The system's not going to nominate someone anti. I mean, you can't even get a fucking. You barely got AOC and Ilhan Omar. You're going to get. They're going to nominate the. My lawyer, my fat lawyer, who told me. I don't want to get into it. I had a fat lawyer at one point, and he was good. He was really good, but he used to scream at me a lot. I had some, car issues, traffic issues. He's a friend of our family, kind of. I don't want to get into it. This is not about my law-riddled past, all right? We're talking about constitutional law here, and I'm saying is Ginsburg's probably fine. She probably did a good job, as much as you're going to get. I don't know who you think you're going to get. But she's dead, and they're going to replace... very soon we have a new justice very soon. They're going to nominate them within a few days, where Trump is, I guess. They're going to fast track this goddamn hearing, and I guess after the election they're going to have it, which is not soon enough for me. And that's the problem. Because, we might have a new blah, blah, blah in fucking December. I need to save these babies now. I'm really into saving babies now. Because that's what it's all about. We have a real shot. I mean, I can't even fake, but we have, Roe v. Wade, right? We're going to overturn this shit. Which I think is great. I think it's great to just fucking, because we need all hands on deck. We have a lot of horror in store. And these babies, look, what good are these babies doing dying in the fucking Planned Parenthood, garbage, disposal, whatever the fuck. I don't know how abortions work. But like, this is the horror time. This is we're ramping up climate change, civil unrest, just the police state barreling down, the complete collapse of the political order, and you don't get out easy. You don't get to fucking just go into a vacuum tube. Apparently, we're gonna preserve you. We need you. We need someone to occupy these goddamn prisons. These for-profit private prisons. They're not going to fill themselves. All right, and it really is. You have to think about the lost revenue for private prisons for all these abortions that happen. It's it's a tragedy. They could be 5%, 10%. I don't know. This could be the new thing. The new next Amazon's quaint. Amazon's done. I got a fucking bug zapper off Amazon. A week after I got it, not even a week, 3 days. I fucking killed 2 fucking flies, and then all of a sudden, it's just it's not zapping anymore. The light doesn't go on. That's who we're giving the future to. No, private prisons are the new Amazon, and they're gonna need these babies. Some of them will be guards, I guess. We're gonna have a lot more babies coming around because we're just gonna get rid of abortion. And all these babies, some of them go into prison, some of them become the guards. Maybe some will be designated as clowns, jesters, traveling. What do you call those guys? Minstrels? Back in the old, in the Crusades or whatever, the Middle Ages. They'll give them code names. A42261B. You are now a jester. Use your mandolin and go to Detroit and try to cheer people up. The chemical fires are raging. Brett Kavanaugh is just burning women from the Capitol. I don't even know why he's in the Capitol. The Supreme Court's a different building, but he's on the rotunda, just throwing little chemical bombs at female staffers leaving leaving the Congress for the day, and he's just. It's all hands on deck. So, just cheer people up. Just give people a little bit of joy. I know, it wasn't your plan, but it's exciting. Look, it's great. But honestly, it is kind of fucked that it's not even going to end abortion. So I don't even know what these people are getting at. It's not really going to, it just goes back to the states if they do overturn it. I don't know how even politically realistic it would be. It's all so bizarre that, looking at, how much can you love a baby that isn't yours? Babies are cute. I get it. They have, feet and they have hands. I have feet and hands. It's like a little me. And that's where it ends. Am I going to play with your baby? Am I going to fucking, let's have a fucking, McDonald land party with random babies. I'm going to hang out. No. Because I'm a normal person, and babies are cute, but whatever. But where is this love that you need to keep every baby alive that isn't even a baby yet? Maybe it is. I don't know what to tell you. Am I a doctor? Yes, but not that kind of doctor. So I don't. Maybe make babies less cute. People will stop fucking, caring about abortions. And then, we can get back to, trying to get some health care. Can we make babies ugly? That's part of the problem. If babies weren't so goddamn cute, no one would be trying to save them. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the idea that, people are good? The idea that you would save a baby just because, it's right. It's no one's doing that. We're all just, destroying the planet and, robbing each other. Fraud, burning women if you're Kavanaugh, whatever. No one's doing the right thing. So, what are these people? It's because they're cute. It's because they like their fucking, the toesy woesies and the fucking hair and the. But if we just gave these babies hair lips, if you're someone out there with a hair lip, I'm sorry. I don't think it's that bad. But apparently it sets you back. I'm not trying to other anyone, but or make them ugly in general. Mash their face together somehow and can you put a vice around their face in the womb to make them ugly? Because no one's trying to save ugly people. And, that's just the reality. As much as you pretend, I'm going to fucking hide garbage in the elevator. As a side note, I hear so much now. Our apartment's right next to the elevator. And people just congregate out there. And they fucking, when I go out to the elevator, I'm quiet. I'm respectful. It's a hallway. These people are just laughing and kissing, giving each other fucking spit roasts, fucking, just molesting each other. And it's why don't you wait until you get into your apartment or get into the elevator? So I'm going to hide garbage in there. I'm going to go into the fucking roof of the elevator, and I'm going to put rotten, chicken and fucking, my own feces maybe. I don't know. I have to take the elevator too, but, you know, it's what do they call that? Guerrilla warfare. When you burn everything down, like the Russians or whatever, scorched earth. Yeah, my shit is scorched earth anyway. So yeah, point is, we got, you know, I don't know. Can you put a fucking syringe into the mother that just, you know, makes the kid have like the nose just kind of splits in half, and like full, like, you know, kind of his nose is where his ear would be. I don't know. I don't know what's ugly. I mean, whatever. Can we destroy the concept of cute babies? Because I'm not even saying I want to kill them. I don't. Like, I'm not like the most fervent. Like I grew up in a pro-life household. I get it. There's a complication here, but you know, like, we need to deal with these fucking pits of, like, I mean, literally, California is just split into that, like, you know, with this earthquake. This land is just fucking split in half, and like now it's susceptible to climate change. I don't even know what that means. Are the pits of lava going to come up where the earthquake was? But we have to save these babies that no one wants because they're cute. Because because when you put them on a toy horse and they yell and they fucking they'll ride like 1 out of 1 million will ride a pig. Someone will have a pet pig, and you'll see a pet pig. Or maybe a dog. That's more common. But, I mean, honestly, if they rode pet pigs, then we could talk, because that's actually cool. I'd love to have my baby riding like a potbelly pig. And I also have a gun. I think the baby should have a gun to protect itself, and also, you know, just to... I don't want to hear anything from him later on. Like, oh, why did you leave me with that babysitter? Why did you fucking... You know, why didn't you feed me that day? Why didn't you change my diaper? Hey, you had a gun. Why didn't you do something with it? You know, give it, like, you know, 2 weeks in, give him a gun. Let him, you know, teach it like a rattle connection, right? Like you build a rattle into the trigger, and you just, you know, leave it in the... I mean, the problem is, are they going to shoot themselves? Give them a bulletproof face mask. Is there exist? I mean, babies are so dumb. You know, they you know... What's it like? You know, life can support itself at like 6 weeks or something. Life can't support itself at like 15 months, 18. How old's a baby before it can fucking not die if you leave it there? Like, it's not a whatever. I'm just saying. So I think it would solve a lot of problems to give it a gun, but it's probably gonna shoot itself because it's dumb. Because babies are dumb. Can't even handle, you know, a knife. I mean, honestly, a gun's one thing, but if baby just, I can see a baby just fucking start biting a knife on a blade, and I'm like, what are you doing? That's not food. Does it look like anything else you eat? Babies just put anything in their mouth. They're the worst things. I mean, I don't know, you know, this fervor to save them while we're just bombing other countries, blowing up Pakistani weddings with drone strikes, you know, just putting people in fucking camps. Whatever, you know, the list goes on. I'm just saying, we're not good people. So why are we of all the countries to like care about the unborn? It's like, it's a noble. I'm not trying to shit on the idea that it just seems like a misalignment, and maybe it's because you like watching babies ride potbelly pigs, and it's your fault. But they might expand the court. That's what the new thing is now, because originally I think they wanted to do the nomination before the election, but you know, some of these senators are like more politically vulnerable, so they're like, "Hey, McConnell, you reptile, you lizard." I mean, even these, like, not. I don't know how everyone doesn't just burn Mitch McConnell a lot, like, just see if he like is a lizard, not a reptilian, not this one of these David Icke things. He's just literally is a lizard. He's like a little fucking gecko, and it's shocking. Like, I've never seen a guy so willing to be hated, so self comfortable with like just being like a troll, like a fucking little like under the bridge, like, you know, he's just this caricature. I mean, this can't be by accident, right? I mean, you have this maniac Trump. You have Biden's just rotting away his brain. I mean, Hillary Clinton, even if you want to go back, is just, you know, a political mess. Let's just say that. Are Clinton body count, is that real? Whatever. But but it's a mess, right? The level of talent is just non-existent. That's an understatement. And when you see a guy like McConnell, it's like this is all campy acts. Like, this has got to be there to fucking they want to get robots. They want robots. They want those little Asimov guys from Honda, or like that weird Merc that the King of Bahrain was walking around with, that huge RoboCop, not the actual RoboCop, but like the ED-209 looking motherfucker in the first RoboCop, the one he's fighting. That's what it looked like. He's walking around some trade show with this machine gun fucking robot. That's what they want. Those people, like the elites, want a political class populated by robots, or maybe robot clone hybrids. And this is not a fantastic. I don't know proof of it, but the most compelling proof, and the only proof, is that this is can this all just be random? Why would it work out randomly to be this crazy? Is my point. So it seems like they want us to just kind of. We're gonna come to a point in the next few years when with the Mountain Dew fires and the Cheetos, the whole incident where the Cheetos gave cancer to the entire the whole state of Texas. Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead in Texas because Cheetos accidentally used arsenic. I don't know. That's the kind of stuff we're getting now. It's just oh, we had a leak, an arsenic leak. Why do you have arsenic at all? And it's well, we don't know. That's the kind of shit we get. It might sound convoluted, but think about it. It's it wouldn't even be that there's never even an explanation of yeah, no, we fucked up. We fucking we put too much MSG. I don't know. The Cheetos are gonna kill you is the point, and we're gonna and the Mountain Dew is gonna burn you, and the babies are gonna be ugly. And there's gonna be too many of them, and we're just gonna finally say, hey, can we get? We know you have robots. We know you're fucking around with robots. Just make the robot, or they'll offer it. And we'll be like, yes, this, because it's not even just the craziness. It's the constant pulling away from any semblance of. I don't. It's not about moderacy. It's not about centrism. It's about half these people here, half these people here, and we're all just content to be fuck you and fuck you, and it's yeah, I don't want to be a moderate. I think I think healthcare is great, and I think I should be able to hunt people like a libertarian, but also healthcare. I should be able to hunt the pizza guy, and if I can attack him and kill him and take his pizza, it's free. I don't know. I haven't thought this out, but my point is I'm not just an altruistic. I'm not one of these guys who pretend on the left who pretends to just. Oh yeah, we just want everyone to have health care and pay for their house. It's no, we want that, but we also want gun. Everyone's just got a gun holster in their mask. You seen these things? These gun holsters, and we'll just roaming around, and we'll just you get to shoot people's butlers. I'd love to shoot a butler one day. Not an innocent butler. I'm not going to go to some fucking fancy place and find some but I'd love to be in a situation where some smug, fucking, not even British, some transatlantic fake accent motherfucking butler tries to, run some game on me, and I can fucking, just shoot a butler. Shoot him, and then the cops come, and they go, I show them the evidence that this guy was poisoning old women. I know people fantasize about other things, but taking down some corrupt mayor or some shit. But butlers are a thing that's haunted me forever. I would love nothing more because they're judging you, me especially. Oh, your shirt's untucked. You fucking you smell like piss a little bit because you didn't fucking pull your pants all the way down when you pissed this morning. And what are you doing in this house? You don't belong here. No one invited you. And you're just roaming through. You have a gun. You're holding this family hostage. This smug butler, saying all these things. They're just very exclusive. As a divergent. Whatever. The point of that is to say, yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of both in the ideal world, but we don't want that. Everyone's just pulling away, going, we're gonna get nothing. We're gonna get nothing. You're gonna vote for a guy who's like, hey, I'm gonna blame immigrants and give you jobs, and like, he didn't, right? Like, I mean, he gave some, he got some air conditioning jobs, but then also like, I mean, I think you can blame a lot of this covert economy on him. I mean, is that controversial? I don't know. I don't know. Does every country have to do what we're doing? I mean, I don't even want to argue, but the point is, how are those jobs doing, right? And what did fucking Obama do? He's drone striking fucking, whatchamacallit, twice in an episode mentioned Pakistan. I mean, look, should be bigger in Pakistan. I'm fucking still talking about it. I mean, I don't expect them to be thanking me. Like, oh, thank you, fat idiot, for like pointing out your government's massacre, just blowing up our weddings. But, a little recognition would be nice. I mean, whatever. I mean, that's not why I do it. But Obama, yeah, I mean, try to give you healthcare, I guess, but it was pretty crazy shitty. Better than what you have, but better than nothing. But this is my point, is like they're giving you nothing. All this agitation, you get nothing. So why not just get the robots? And the robots will like, and at the end of the day, that's the thing. It's a trick. They'll still take orders from Jeff Bezos or, the Rothschilds or, the DuPonts, all these rich people. They'll have codes. But it'll be an illusion. Like, look, that's what we had for a long time. At least since post-war. I mean, World War II. I mean, you go back to, to the Wilson era even. I mean, there's a lot of levels of, fake control. I mean, you could go to the beginning of the country. But the point is, we had an illusion. Some people were disenfranchised. It's not like they're not disenfranchised now, right? We still have it's not gotten better. So don't give me that. I mean, give me that, but whatever. Point is, like, the illusion kind of worked, and that's what the robots will be. The robots will fucking, they'll have American flags, and we're all, every day they'll do something cute. They'll do like backflips. They'll do like somersaults in like the subway, like tunnels, or like the stations, right? They'll be like cops / buskers / politicians. Yeah, sometimes they're gonna mash you. Like if you hop a turnstile, they crush your skull with their robot hand. It's like a gyro mechanism, which is not. I mean, look, this is not gonna be good. I'm predicting something. I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying we should have. I'm saying I'm trying to warn you people. But like this is my point. These robots are gonna seem like a good idea, and like it's the only alternative we're gonna have, and we're gonna go with it. Or maybe clones, maybe weird like bald clones that like are asexual, is that the word, or unsexual? They'll be eunuchs. There'll just be a mound there, and they'll be our Supreme Court justices. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, like I just don't see politicians really getting it done anymore. I don't see the system getting anything. I mean, they'll get. What's going to happen when you get this? Are we going to overturn? I mean, are we even going to overturn Roe v. Wade? That's the crazy thing. I mean, at what point you're going to have like how many justices are you going to have conservative? I mean, Trump's gotten 3 in his first term. So let's just say it works out for them. If they don't overturn, like, what are these people going to do? These Catholics or whoever, like these pro-life people, are they finally going to realize that, like, oh, the Republican Party really that was a weird, because that's the thing, they've been promising for years about abortion shit, which I don't really think with much hope in sight. I don't think people foresaw Trump. I guess it's all luck, right? Like they have the Federalist Society. They set it up in the 80s or 70s to train these judges, which was I'm not saying I like the move, but it's a smart move. I mean, that's one thing they do. The right knows how to like lay seeds for stuff, I guess. It feels sinister. It feels like an evil plan, but whatever. I mean, it's fine. For the sake of argument, I'm saying is, what was I saying? The conservative judges. I completely lost my train of thought here. The point is, what the fuck? This is a dude. What point? They're gonna expand the court. We'll move on. I just completely lost the train of thought there. I wonder how frustrating it is when you're just listening and you're like, I just heard you saying something. How can you forget entirely what you were saying 2 seconds ago? I don't know, please help me. Please, send me your support. I might have I don't want to joke about having brain cancer, but whatever. There's probably something wrong with me. I can't be healthy. I can't be like, maybe I'm a robot or clone. I don't know. But the point is, they're going to expand the court possibly. That's one of the moves they're talking about. They're going to, I don't know how concrete this could be, but they tried this. FDR at one point was threatening to load the court up. I forget why he didn't, but whatever. It was a game of chicken kind of, and he was going to load up the court, and the last second they decided it was going to look bad. But you can't blame, look, they're going to shit the Democrats for doing it if they do it. You can't blame them. I mean, you literally said, 4 years ago, we're not going to nominate this guy. Or give him a hearing. And now you're going to fucking, even for me to say it's hypocrisy, I feel like, I don't want to even, it's so gross to me. Like, this is terrible what they're doing. I have a weird thing where I don't like to say, make a typical point is my point. Like, to be the guy yelling the same thing, going, "This is really hypocritical and fucking, Trump is crazy and he's not qualified, he's not good." I mean, it's not wrong to say that, but I don't, So my point is, it's just, touche. If you like this shit. I mean, no, I'm like these conservatives guys. I'm saying touche to because I honestly it's at this point, you look how broken this is. Why would you not just play it like this? You see what works. You've seen, especially seeing Trump works. I mean, McConnell was pulling this shit before Trump, but you see how unaccountable everyone is. How no one gets called on anything. You get called on it, but nothing really happens. I mean, maybe Roger Stone goes to jail for a day and he gets out. But what's their comeuppance? There is none for a guy like McConnell, for these senators. The idea, this idea that we have that we're gonna catch people in the act. This whole thing with Trump and every 5 seconds people are going oh, what about the fucking tax returns? What about this? What if it comes out he's a Russian aide? It could come out that he's Putin's brother. No one's going to care. I mean, they'll care, but even the people who care will stop caring 2 days in. They'll tweet about it. But I mean, people should be lighting themselves on fire for how crazy everything's become. And no one, so my point is how mad can you get at McConnell? It's a scumbag move, but he's a scumbag. He's a player. He's a dirty dude. He's a dirty dog. But when you're in a broken system, you gonna play fair? I mean, the Democrats finally it's good for them. They're gonna nut up a little bit, and they're talking about just fuck it, we can expand the court. We'll get 2 more judges. I don't know why they're stopping it too. I mean, that's the seems to be the number. We'll get 2 more judges. Fuck you, get 20. And I don't even want Democrats. I mean, I think we should just expand the entire notion of the Supreme Court. I should be on the Supreme Court. Why am I not on the Supreme Court? I mean, can anyone answer that? I have a paralegal degree almost, which is an associate's degree, which is 2 years. I think I'm almost there. I have to go back and get 1 thing. But I got the basic of the law down, is my point. I get the gist of it. I understand the ins and I don't know every single fucking stupid writ and every I can't cite every hot shot case, but I get the gist. So you tell me hey, this oil company poisoned this community by let's just say pumping gasoline into the school. They just pumped it into the school for fun, and they're suing now, not for fun. They need to store the gas for some reason. They ran out of oil tanks, so they're storing the gas in the school, and then a bunch of kids died. They drowned in the gasoline, and then the fumes killed a lot of other kids, and now they're suing, and it comes to the Supreme Court, and I'm just as good as anyone else. Just give me my money. Come on, give me some fucking stock. These guys don't get stocks. I want some stocks. Why is what? So you go to law school and you clerk for you clerk for Rehnquist and this and that. And so like all of a sudden you're entitled to, when do we get some grift? I want some grift. I want to fucking get some quid pro quo. Like, I'll look the other way while you make a gasoline pool out of a fucking, high school. I'm fine with it. I can play ball. Put me on the board of some company and I'll show up and I won't make it too much of it'll be weird. It'll be like, I'll show up to board meetings and threaten people, bite people. What kind of company would it be? Would it be like some kind of publishing company? Why am I in a board? No, it'd be like a medical technology company. They developed the needles that diabetics use to like test their blood. I'm on the board, and we're doing really well because we overcharge the insurance companies, and it's great. And I'm just sitting there like trying to. I don't even know. I'd probably just be questioning everyone. Like, what do you like? Because these people probably are qualified, right? And I'm just showing up into their board meeting, and I'm just gonna be like talking shit and going like, "What? Look at you, you rich kid," and like, you're fucking. You ever work a hard day in your life like me? I'm a man. I'm a man whose hands get dirty, and they just fucking start punching me with their bare they have like their fists. It's not a normal punch. They put like the bottom of their fists. The bottom, they start clubbing me with their fists. Old men, like 85-year-old men and women, and they'll demonstrate why they should be leading these corporations. Because I'll get my ass kicked because I'm gonna knock my teeth out. But the point is, like, I want that opportunity is the point, to get onto one of these boards. And the way you do that is to get on the Supreme Court, to get some fucking stocks, to get some, it's the move. Why am I not running for office? And maybe Supreme Court, I need to get some notoriety. I should probably run for president first, right? Speaking of that, why can't Trump just nominate himself? I looked this up. You can. The president can nominate himself. In this case, I think it's probably a good move because, he pulled a long shot out in 2016, so it's always possible, but he's not looking good. I mean, I get it. If Biden does not inspire a lot of confidence on, the other side. So it's definitely sort of a crapshoot. But if I was Trump, I would take the conservative bet. I'd go to Biden and be like, hey, look, I'll throw the election. You nominate me to the Supreme Court. We both get paid. That way and then we have Trump for forever. I mean, that's what we need. This idea, the problem with Trump is that we have this kind of idea that we're going to get rid of him. Maybe this time, maybe next time, in 4 years, then does he leave? I don't know. He's the horror, but the horror needs to be permanent. So put him on Supreme Court. And then he could it's also like a thing where he would just shine there more. Because like the president needs to do like stuff more. Like he's kind of a weird, I guess he accomplishes something. I mean, he does do a lot of pardons for his friends and, guys who worked for him 2 years ago. But and Supreme Court, he can kind of they'll just kind of give him, he'll be part of the system. He'll be sitting there and like, tweeting while hearing some case, and then eating a cheese sandwich. No, what does he eat? Cheese, McDonald's, whatever. He'll eat it. It doesn't matter. Point is, it'll be fun because it'll get people engaged. Like his tweets are great. They're not like great morally, but like he's dynamic. So he'll just be like tweeting about how these poison citizens are losers, and like that would be. I mean, imagine that. Can you imagine a less impartial judge than Trump? Is my point. Like he will get rid of the illusion that these judges are actually like objective, which is nice. I mean, that's what's driving everyone crazy. Is this notion that we live in a free, fair society and it's all going to work out. Just like give people the certainty. Like in Russia, I feel like, no one's getting rid of Putin, and the people seem happier. And I'm basing that on absolutely nothing. I don't know, but I feel like they would be. I feel like when I meet Russians, they're generally, fine. And Snowden seems to like it there. Maybe he doesn't. Again, I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass to a point that is staggering, but I still believe it. I think it's the ambiguity, it's the hope that's killing us. We just need I'll blame Obama for something. Blame him for the poster with the hope. There you go. This all came around. I love Obama. I mean, honestly, he was great. I mean, I don't know what the healthcare shit, it's something. Like, that's just thing. It's so crazy. What are we even, what is even going to be on the agenda if we get, because I can't even think of, what is Biden's thing? He's going to fucking put some toilet paper into the Grand Canyon to try and sop up the oil, or stop, he's going to fucking pour some, get a few soda streams, those, seltzer makers, and try to put out the wildfires. Does he have any hope? What if we get rid of Trump? It's still going to be a burning mess. And I agree. You still got to vote because, you have to just do it. I don't know. Or don't. What am I? You going to listen to me? I mean, I believe you should vote, but you going to listen to me? Is that where you're at in your life, that you weren't going to vote? But, they wanted me to run an ad here on this fucking podcast for free, which is crazy. I'm getting a decent number. They could be giving me ads. They're not. This fucking Anchor, this fucking hosting service. But it's I got some ads finally to to read, and it's these are 0 CPM. This is all inside baseball. But the point to tell people to vote. So I'm gonna bother you guys. Don't give me any fucking ad, but you want me to it's not me not even getting the money. You want me to bother them. If you get bothered with an ad, or I finally get ads, it's not so much, it's you got bothered, but I made some money, and it's and you're happy for me. But you want me for no money to bother my people? I'm not gonna do that to them for no money. Oh, I'm gonna tell you rock the vote, get out the vote. You know where you are. Democracy can't start with a podcast. Just pick something. I mean, you go to a Chinese place, you pick something. You go to you get some sushi, you pick a roll, pick a president. Who cares? Oh, this represents my values. What? Look at the world is burning. We just vote for Biden, vote for Trump. I mean, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm just saying it is inconvenient. They really should make it more convenient. They should make it a website, because honestly, it is just kind of depressing when you go to vote. You would think it'd be fun, but it's kind of just, it's in a school. It's always in a school. I hate that. I hate going into a school gym. It reminds me of the time I told that kid was going to show up at his house and shoot myself on his front lawn. Then that kid was trying to bully me or whatever. It was in gym class. I wonder what he was even saying. Kump, you're so fat, maybe? He probably said something like, Kump, you're so fat. And I just started screaming into his face, I'm going to shoot myself I'm going to go to your house. I'm going to shoot myself on your front lawn. And, that was in the locker room. But, it basically reminds me of the gym. I guess it should be a happy memory. But, I don't know. I didn't like gym class in high school. One thing I was in a lacrosse team, kind of. I ran 5 miles a day later on. I'm not being one of those guys, I was bullied in gym class. It was just kind of not a point. But I hate, it's inconvenient. I get it. And do it if you want. And if you don't, this ain't getting better. This is not where you come for hope. We're going to get robots. We're going to get, Kavanaugh and maybe Gorsuch. Kavanaugh's right now teaching Gorsuch how to set women on fire. And it's not religious, but it's going to be. It's going to kind of take off. They're going to, because the Supreme Court's kind of the priests of the land, right? That's in the future apocalypse. They're going to be part of the elite. So eventually, Kavanaugh's going to have his own crew of fucking, weird cronies who used to be GOP staffers who just, they just roam around burning virgins or something. It's bad. I mean, Justice Roberts, not that bad of a guy. He just likes to cut, children's feet off. He's a decent, reasonable person. He's not going to kill kids, but he cuts their feet off. This is their roles in the future 2 years. midterms 2022, our Supreme Court justices will be warlords. It's all going out the window because all semblance of fair play is done. And honestly, if I was a Supreme Court justice, I would set up a kind of fiefdom and like make people buy my vote. And I guess you're gonna try and impeach me, but you gotta get to the companies, right? You gotta get to the fucking private prison companies. You gotta get to the fucking Exxons and the Mobiles and the Amazons, and you give them deals. You get these cases, and you go, no, we don't care that you set kids on fire. It's fine, and it's all fun. And then they give me a tank. I ride around in a tank, and it's called, the word justice is written on the side. It's nice. And it's like, I'm just blowing up water towers. That's the thing of a tank. What are you going to do with a tank? What is the point of a tank? The only point seems to be fighting other tanks. They shoot people. They have these rockets. I know nothing about warfare. I don't know how tanks are used. Everyone's like, oh, get a tank. It keeps you safe. I guess you fire, shells, right? I don't know. I don't know if a tank's the right move for me. Maybe like a little whirlybird helicopter. Am I too fat for a whirlybird helicopter? I would love to ride about. Those little bubble helicopters. I would love to just fucking have that. Some butler that I fucking made. I fucking charged with a crime that he didn't commit, and then I pressured him, with my Supreme Court powers to be my whirlybird helicopter pilot. We're just flying around. I don't know what we do. We just probably just steal shit. We probably just, go to shoplift from Target and then just put it all in a whirlybird and right away. It'll get boring after a while. Well, I guess the thing, it all seems so great now and crazy. It's all, Trump, he's a maniac, and McConnell, and Biden, and the riots and this and it's burning. It's all gonna get old. We're all just gonna be roaming around, desensitized to mass death, pestilence, and plagues. We're all just gonna be kind of just bored, because you need some structure, right? It's like when you're off from school for a day, it's fantastic. You're off from school for a week, it starts to get old. Not anymore. I'd love to be off from work for a year. I would just fucking I would just literally never shower and eat dog food. But generally speaking, most people don't want to do that. I'm resilient. I'm resourceful. I can take it. But people are gonna get bored, and you saw it with the COVID, right? You saw the fucking the rubber band. Watch what happens when people get bored of burning everything. When they get bored of the chaos in Washington, they get bored of fucking me flying around my whirlybird, just throwing Furbies at people, but from a height where it's I don't know. Does it hurt people or not? It's furry. Maybe can you kill someone with a Furby? From a you'll see that going this motherfucker doesn't even know if he's killing people. That's just crazy. That's gonna be the future. Nothing's gonna make sense. It's all gonna be. I don't even know what's going on. Some Mountain Dew's gonna sell us soda. At a certain point, we're just moving money around. Is this just to keep us occupied? No, they're in the nice places. The rich people have, Newport, Rhode Island, and Beverly Hills, whatever the fuck. These natural Sakona, whatever, Arizona. They have these places. So they just need to keep us running in a hamster wheel, trying to dodge Ray Kump's whirlybird Furbies. He's also pissing out of the helicopter for some reason. That seems like he just got pissed. It doesn't seem malicious. But he's eating a pizza while he's pissing. That's what you're gonna witness. And it's going to keep you distracted from just people just enjoying sailing, I guess. We drove around, me and Tim, one time, not that long ago, on one of those Patreon episodes, the Sands Point. These rich people, big man. He's like the West Egg or the Gatsby houses, right, in Long Island. And I'm saying, is the Iraq War really is this worth the Iraq War? At a certain point, how much do you like sailing in white shoes and fucking... I guess you get a lot of whores, and the helicopters are fun. It just seems like you think there'd be more. You think that, this this would be for aliens or some kind of weird metaphysical crusade. I don't know, but it's just so people can eat shrimp, eat lobster rolls. Good ones. But it's still. But at the end of the day, a lobster roll is still like it's mayonnaise and it's fucking on a hot dog bun. Like this doesn't seem worth all of this. This doesn't seem worth Ray Kump's whirly bird of terror. Doesn't seem worth having Kavanaugh just burning the kid from Kimmy Gibbler from Full House for he might kill her. Anyway, everyone's fair game. So I'm just saying. None of it seems worth. What's it all for? What's it all for? I don't know. It's a bizarre time. I mean, at least the Roman Empire, they were they're feeding people to lions. And that seems exciting. I'm not saying we should do that. But it does seem, I guess there is if you think about it, like putting people into private prisons after you lobby to get certain, being a lobbyist has got to be like a trip like that, right? You fucking lobby to raise the minimum age, whatever, the marijuana laws to get the fucking, I don't know which laws get you where. But the point is, you're raising laws just to get people to go to prison more. And it's got to be a rush. The worst thing you can imagine is someone's lobbying to get more people arrested, to put in prison so that their corporation can make more money. And if they told you, no, it's just a job. Just a job. I mean, imagine that. Hey, that's a living. It's that's what we're facing. It's just that probably is the truth. That no one's even enjoying it. There's only 3 real sadists out there. But most of these people are just, they're just trying to get enough money for some fucking, boathouse in Maine or some shit. They're trying, they want to go to the Hamptons. They want to go. The Hamptons weren't even that nice. Yeah, they're big buildings. Just go live in Dollywood, the Dolly Parton with the tits and everything. It's who cares? This prestige. It's it just seems like it seems like we're all late to the game. We're not. When you're rich now, I mean, it's nice, but you're not gonna live in it's not like when you live in these old European castles. I mean, I guess there were still good houses, but I don't know. I feel like if you were rich in the 1800s, like the Rothschilds, that was a certain thing. That was cool. It was you were basically like royalty. Now it's just you just water skiing probably, or fucking what do you do? Just eating crudité. That's what they do. That's what they're doing. This is why I am in the station I am in life. Because what do the rich elites of the world do? They eat crudité like a fat pig. Because I don't like eating vegetables. I assume that it's something for the elites. That they eat carrot sticks dipped in ranch dressing. I should be put down. I should be burned alive with Kavanaugh's moonshine. But I'm all you got. And if you don't believe that, you're probably right. But, I'm something. I'm something here. I'm a voice in the wilderness. I'm like John the Baptist. And I'm just going to, I just want 30 Supreme Court justices. 30 of them. Some are plumbers. Some are fucking, some gets the kid at Chipotle. Get me. And we don't, give us all $100,000 in bribes. Cause I'm not going to be a millionaire. Give me $100,000 and I'll help torch the country. But that's share it around a little. It's all fake money anyway. Let me get some, and I'll declare. I'll make the arguments, the Supreme Court arguments. What was the opposing? What do they call that stuff? When you lose, opposition, right? The opposing, whatever. I'll write the hearing, the opinion. That's it, the opinion that Delaware is not a state anymore. I'll just do it. I don't care. I mean, is Delaware even a place? What do I know? Just give me enough money to buy a milkshake machine. One of the ones they have in the actual diners and stuff. I'm doing keto, but not gonna be doing that forever. So I'll take the a milkshake machine. I'm a whirlybird helicopter. I want 10,000 Furbies. Don't ask why. And I'll declare Italians have, they're allowed to be, they have to pay a tax novel. I don't know. I can't think, Oh yeah, shit on Italians. I love Italians. But so whatever. I'll do it. I'll be corrupt. Is my point. I'll be a corrupt boy. I'll sell everyone out. Just let me get a little bit. I got an air fryer this week. So it's great. It changed my life. I'm just cooking steak in it now, and shrimp, and chicken. And it's a little like $100 about, a little over. And if something like that could change my life, think about what a whirlybird helicopter can do. And a goddamn milkshake machine. I'm just making milkshakes in a whirlybird, and I'm showing up at the Supreme Court, and we're all just laughing. We're all just laughing at the end of the day. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg, her body is like in a glass case, and we're all just like we salute. And it's the new era. It's a new time. This is the future. We don't need 9 people anymore. 9 people is not enough. We need dozens. And no one, 2 guys who went to law school, and the rest of us get some fighters in there. The Supreme Court needs some fucking bruisers. They need some fucking a guy with a gun, a baby with a gun. If a baby takes the gun, right? Like if we find a baby that doesn't just punk out and like shoot itself. Or shoot its dad, but like just takes the gun and like goes and like uses it. That baby's on the Supreme Court. Like I just want a baby that like has the wherewithal to shoot the mailman, and then I'll be like then I'll be pro-life. Like oh, babies are worth making a fuss about because they shot the man. I'm not getting nothing against mailman, but I'm like, but shooting your dad seems like an accident. I don't believe it. I need proof that like. I need a random killing from a baby before I'm like, this baby's got potential. This baby is the, it's the best baby. It's the best baby. Thank you so much for listening. This has been great and chaotic and weird and fun. You love it. So shout out to the Patreon follower. Oh, my new catchphrase before we forget. Forget about it. And that if you want context for that, you can listen on the Patreon. Maybe I'll explain it one day. But, the last episode was very fruitful. We got a lot of great ideas, new characters, new catchphrases. And I don't have time to explain it right now. But you can sign up there. You can go to my bio or in the description here every Thursday, Thursday/Friday morning. Potentially, you get an extra episode, $5 a month, 4 episodes, or 5. An episode a week. An episode a week for $5 a month. It's not that crazy. Come on. So you can check that out there. So if you're into that, I'll see you Thursday. And otherwise, I'll see you next week.